again, this is John, and here I am once again among the deer, but they're not moving today. They're all hiding under trees. I'm here for probably my last trip up here to Car Canyon before I begin my radiation and chemo treatments. So I just wanted to give you guys a health check. My spiritual check is very good, as always. My health is actually pretty good. I'm pretty strong. My cardio is pretty good. Really no complaints. I'm definitely feeling the irritation of the cancer. Not a whole lot of pain, but I'm finding myself having a whole lot of difficulty with moving my arms around a whole lot for some reason, but it all centers around right there. But they're going to continue. They're going to do one more type of ultrasound. They call it EDH or something like EDS, I forgot, but they're going to run a special ultrasound tube down to see exactly how deep this cancer is. But the good news is it looks like there's only going to be that one really bad spot that so far it's spread to, and I'm so grateful about that, because that means it's going to be a crappy summer that I can beat this, you know. I'm just so blessed to have all these great friends, you know, like all the people at work, Griselda, Maggie, of course, Elva, and just all of them. Especially, I'm really going to miss my supervisor, Maleka Sanchez. She's really been very grateful and generous to me, and giving me every opportunity to take care of this while still trying to work. And I'm going to go in and try to do a little bit better productivity. You know, I've been really distracted on the phone with my doctors and stuff like that, and it's really not cool to be on the clock doing that. So I'm going to take care of me first, but I really do need to keep working as long as I can, because I think in the long term I'll still be working. It's just a temporary setback. They're going to put a feeding tube in here because they think that pretty soon I'll be unable to swallow, and so we know that's going to be interesting, and I don't really have any problems with that. They're going to put a calf port in here so they can do the radiation correction, the chemotherapy. Right now the plan is to see if I can do an auction of some kind for Evelyn Garcia and her HDSA, and I'm really sorry about the wind, but I hear it's about 114 today in Tucson, and it's probably in the 80s, maybe low 90s up here. So come on up to Sierra Vista, guys, and that's that beautiful city behind me. We're going to be keeping the video updates going along, and I do appreciate everybody that's watching. Sometimes I guess as a peeping Tom, just looking at my life, that's cool. But for the people that have been watching that really do have a genuine interest in my welfare and well-being, well, thank you very much. I do really appreciate your prayers. I think that the good results from the PET scan indicate that miracles really do work, because if as of 2 weeks ago they were thinking I had a very, very slim chance of making it to Christmas because of all the places they had thought the cancer had spread. It turns out to be other difficulties in my health that are causing those other painful spots, and that's a good thing, actually. There are some red spots here and there, but that may eventually lead to cancer. But right now everything looks really good everywhere but right in here. So they're just going to go in there and cut out the cancer, and that'll be that. Oh yeah, it's going to go sometime. I'm not really sure when, but it should be interesting. I did it before. They wanted to check out something while I was in the Navy, so I've done it before. It was really interesting. It didn't take long to grow back. The problem is right now I've been doing this with my glasses for so long that I actually have a bald streak right through here, and it's kind of funny. Last time I got a good buzz, you could really see it, and it was really funny. And if it was just nice and straight, that would be really cool, but actually it kind of goes like this. It's a curve, and so it's kind of asymmetrical, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Maybe it'll give me a chance to wear my ASU hat more often. Anyways, not really much else to say except for, thank you, Maggie, Tammy, and everybody out there who's been very willing to figuratively or literally hold my hand through this, because we all like to be the tough guys and pretend like we can just John Wayne it all, but really there are days when I'm not really feeling so well. Wouldn't call it depression, I would just call it human. But most days, like I said, I have the bigger picture, and I know this is just a little tiny rock. Solar system's like here. The galaxy's the size of this county. The solar system is, like I said, just that big, and it's just the magnificence of a God who's in control of all of that, but still cares about me. Is really not lost about me at all. And so God is controlling this. Michael Medved talked recently on the radio about his cancer, and he doubted that God personally had an involvement in his recovery and cure. But I strongly disagree with him. I think God had everything to do with it. And so, for all the people that are praying for me, please do know that I know that your prayers are making a difference, and I am also praying for you as well. And like I said, we're all going to go through life and death and life again. So I'm just trying to keep my eye on the big picture. I'm trying not to let things stress me out that I can't control. Sometimes that does happen when problems with the VA or with the Tri-West vendor or FMLA or some of these people that, they deal with people like me every day, all day long, so they're not really very sympathetic to some of the urgency I feel in some areas. And I just have to be patient and trust that hopefully by December I'll be back to full hair and running again and playing the guitar again. I did play the guitar last week, and it was painful, but it was worth it. I had a lot of fun doing that at Space Fest. And if you guys are going to come down here once in a while, I'm going to try to be very receptive to guests coming by during the 5 or 6 weeks I'll be out of work, recovering from major surgery. And I understand I'll be in the hospital for 10 days while they cut that part out. And so the chemo, the radiation, and the surgery are the big 3 things ahead, plus that little ultrasound tube they're going to run down my throat. So that's that, and I'm going to show you around right now and show you this wonderful place I call Cochise County. And so you're looking to the north, and I get a better focus this time because the light's better. That would be Hereford area. That river out there you see is actually the Santa Cruz River that comes north from Mexico. It actually comes into the America from Mexico, so thank you, Mexico, for giving us something worthwhile other than cheap labor and illegals and crime and people that take our jobs. I tell you what, man, these politicians, they treat the illegals better than veterans, and that's honest to God truth. This is Fort Huachuca, and like they had in Key West, they had a blimp that was originally run by the Army, and now that blimp is run by Department of Homeland Security. Terrible it doesn't have cameras on there, because they would get a really good shot of Sierra Vista down there. What they're doing is they're looking for low-flying aircraft, intruder aircraft, drones, things like that coming across from Mexico with drugs. Believe me, there's not a plane in the sky down here. It's one thing I love about down here, especially for night photography, is the only thing you're going to see of the stars, between you and the stars, is occasionally a cloud, but far more often satellites. That's only in the hour or so after sunset when light's still hitting it. Swinging around here this way to the south on Car Canyon, you can see the beautiful, beautiful view I'm looking at here. And I think I've showed you this before, but you really do have to watch your winds up here, because it is pretty straight drop off for, like I said, 4,000 feet last time. Of course, that's an exaggeration, but it's pretty high up there. And you can see the shadow of down there to the canyon. And like I said, I do understand people do fall off this thing, but I'm not going to be one of them. Two things I refuse to die from are stupidity and suicide. There's plenty of other things trying to get me right now. So there's the lovely town of Sierra Vista, and I'm much more impressed with the focus I'm getting today. And like I said, it is shaped like a champagne glass. That would be the base of the glass here, and you're looking up to the rest of it. And I just can't tell you just how much I love Sierra Vista. In the morning, I will actually drive out of the area near Fort Huachuca, which I live on the west side. And I get up on US 90, and that will actually snake right along those mountains you see out here. And I'll go up the eastern side of those mountains. And in the center of your screen now is the mountains far north of here, where Benton is. And from there, I'll jump on the I-10. It will go west that way to Tucson. And that does look a whole lot like Mount Lemmon, which I was on last week, the one in the very far distance there. It may not be, but it sure looks like it. Just hope